Not too long ago, humans invented this thing. It's pretty useful. It's a good tool. It's called language. It's a really effective solution to a problem that I'm sure they were having for a long time before, which is communication. That's still a problem today. Ever since humans first invented language, we've been using the art of storytelling to get a point across, to allow people to remember lessons. This practice of using a story, a narrative, a plot to guide somebody through your thought process and through the allegory and the message that you're trying to get across is something that is still used widely today by the best communicators. One of the reasons I've started making videos in the first place was actually to get better at storytelling, in order to practice the art of creating a narrative that helps somebody understand my point of view. Getting somebody else to understand your idea is important, obviously, for many reasons. We all have amazing ideas, but the only ones that are spread and actually become something that's a part of people's lives are the ones that are framed and communicated in a way that people understand and want to participate in. This is one of the reasons I study marketing, because business is just an idea and a collection of people around a common goal. And so marketing is the language and the way of communicating that idea, creating the story of a brand or a product so that people buy into it and they actually want to spend money on it. Now, by this point in the video, you might have noticed that I seem to be walking aimlessly, and that's because I am. As I mentioned in the last video, I love to break my day up with walks, so now I'm just walking around the neighborhood. But even outside of business, the ability to share an idea and to get somebody convinced of your opinion is an incredibly useful, indispensable skill that everybody who wants to be successful should have in their bag of tricks. Now, I'm not giving advice. This is something that I've learned from reading, because the people who write books are great communicators, from listening to talks, because the people who speak are generally great communicators, and all these things come together. So even if you don't have the most experience or the best background or the best tools available, if you can communicate well, both in one-on-one conversations, in group public speaking, and in written form, then your ideas will be able to catch on. Video is also a great tool for this. Now, part of the reason I'm saying this is because if you have something that you'd like to change in the world, a difference that you'd like to make, part of the challenge is understanding the problem and finding a solution. Part of the problem is having the work ethic to do the solution. But the most important piece is getting people to join you and making them believe that your solution is the solution. Now, the tool to the first one is experience and study. The tool to the second one is just good old-fashioned hard work. But the key to the third part is proper communication and practice storytelling. Now, of course, this doesn't seem like a very complicated idea, the fact that if you want to get your idea across, you have to communicate it in a way that people understand. But the reason that I bring it up, and the reason that I've actually had to put so much thought into it, is that I know a lot of very smart people who, when they engage in a conversation, don't really talk about the things that they like to talk about. And what I realize is that part of the reason for this is that when they start to talk about these things, they're unable to frame it in the way that the people that they're talking to understand. So you lose this opportunity to communicate with so many people and engage with so many new humans who you can bounce ideas off of, simply because you're unable to frame your ideas, the things that you've spent so much time thinking about, in a way that they can engage with, even if they haven't spent as much time and energy thinking about that topic. And what happens when we have all these surface level conversations and we never get to the deeper, more thought out concepts is that we end up with this social setting that's super boring and nobody's really engaged with, and it's all small talk, simply because people haven't practiced communicating their ideas. I have almost never ever scripted my videos. But the reason that I don't script it is because life isn't scripted. When you talk to somebody in person, you don't get a chance to script your answers beforehand. Life is messy, it's incomplete, and we always leave conversations thinking, wow, I should have said it that way. So when I talk to my vlog like this, and when you guys are all listening, this is usually the first time I've ever said these ideas out loud. It's a way for me to practice them, so that when I talk to people in conversation, I know what I'm talking about, and I know how to phrase the things, all this mess in my head. Ultimately, all I'm trying to say is that communication skills are really important, and most people put that on their resume, but very few people have actually practiced communication in a way that truly matters. Simplifying a complex idea into a short form so that many people can understand it. This is often done through the form of a story. Thank you for watching me talk while I walk around my neighborhood. If you enjoyed it, or if you have any questions about the video, please leave a comment below. I love talking in comments. It's super fun. If you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe. Thank you for watching. Peace out. The sustainability tie-in for today's video is about how sustainability has been communicated in the past. If you look at the messaging and how sustainability has been framed in the past, it's usually there's a big crisis coming, stop doing what you love to do so much. And if you look at what actually works in communication and how I try to communicate it, it's here's the better way to do things and here's how sustainability can make your life better. And I truly believe that sustainability can, and so framing it that way helps people actually get on board with it and adopt it. That's a sustainability tie-in.